Hey guys, Radical Reggie here, and well, kind of not here. This is archive footage, but we're going to talk about 9 Game Boy Advance games that you guys probably don't know exist. I've been wanting to talk about these games for a while, and these are going to be some good games that I think will make a lot of you happy. The Game Boy Advance is a great system. I consider it the sequel to the SNES, and you know what? Let's just stop talking. Let's get right into it. To show you guys the intro of Mr. Driller 2 so you guys can see how cool it is.
It's another peaceful day, isn't it, Poochie? Woof!
And now for a special bulletin.
Huh? Woof?
The world is being overrun by colored blocks. They are appearing from the depths of the earth. In India. America. And even Egypt. The world is in peril. Many cities are completely covered by these blocks.
What did he say? Woof! Looks like I'd better take care of this. Okay, see you later. Big woof, man!
Now, Mr. Driller 2 is a puzzle platform game. I randomly found out about this game. I remember seeing the Mr. Driller's face on a Dreamcast game, and I was like, wow, I wonder what that is. And I finally got this game, and it's a cool game. It's a puzzle platform, and I believe it's a spiritual sequel to the Dig Dug series, if you guys are old school, remember those games. So basically, in this game, you go around the world, you drill into the ground, and you drill and drill and drill. You have to watch out for obstacles. You don't want anything to squish you because that's how you get killed in this game. And also, you have to watch your air supplement because the deeper you go, the harder it is to breathe. As far as I know, this game seems to be exclusive to the part 2, at least, exclusive to the Game Boy Advance. A lot of fun. I got killed a lot. I was good at this when I played it back in the day, but now I was kind of like not doing as well as I was. But I guess because I'm just a little bit rusty. But the game's really addicting and a lot of fun. I have not played the 2-player mode, but I don't know how it plays. But I should probably get a second cart for it just in case. So here we have Steel Empire. Steel Empire, so for some reason I always call this game Steam Empire because it seems like it's steampunk pretty much. But other than that, I chose this game because this is an unknown shoot 'em up game for the Game Boy Advance. And the game originally came out on the Sega Genesis back in the day, and I bought this one because I thought it would be more of an upgrade since the Game Boy Advance is a 32-bit system. Now, the sound quality is not there like in the Genesis version. Even though the Game Boy Advance is a 32-bit system, it's just, they kind of I don't know what they were thinking with the sound chip. But the game still does sound good, though. It's just the Genesis version sounds a little bit better. Of course, I wanted to talk about this game because a lot of people do not know that there was a Game Boy Advance version of the game. And, it's, well, I don't even want to say that, but, I was going to say it's not too expensive, but I don't know what's expensive to people now. But anyways, I think it's a game worth having. It's a shoot 'em up that, adds more to the genre, like with extra moves, like being able to shoot behind you. Just a lot of cool things like special moves. And it just really seems like a game that takes its time. It doesn't seem like it's in a big hurry. It scrolls pretty slow, but that's only on the first couple of levels. It goes faster later. But still, it kind of is one of those shoot 'em up games that kind of weed you in, which is nice. You just take everything slow, even though everything's coming at you real fast. But still, a really good shoot 'em up game for the system.
Oh hell no!
Astro Boy: The Omega Factor. This is probably the best Astro Boy game you will ever play. It is pretty sick. Funny story about this game is that when it came out, I actually bought its older brother, which was the PS2 version of the game. I thought that version was awesome. I played the demo for it. Didn't get high ratings in the books, but I thought it was a great game, but I had never played this one. Then I finally played this game, and I was like, wow, dude, what was I thinking? I should have got this game. This game is sick. This is from the makers of Guardian Heroes and Gunstar Heroes Treasure, and you could tell right away that they put their heart into this game, and pretty much all their games. Astro Boy, just man, I can't say enough about this game. It's like an action beat 'em up, and it plays like a shoot 'em up as well. You get special moves to fight bosses with. A lot of enemies coming out on the screen at once. It seems like it has that mode. What's that mode 7 thing for Super Nintendo games? Like when things just come at the screen at you. It's just stuff like that you really notice. The game never feels like monotonous. You know, it changes things up. It keeps it fresh. You know, you never feel like it's just getting boring. You know, this game keeps the pace up with great boss battles and just like beautiful backgrounds, and great music too. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. I feel like Astro Boy for the Game Boy Advance, the Omega Factor, is like a hybrid game. You know, it's like two games in one, pretty much. You know, the shoot 'em up part and action platform part. You know, it's very well done. I can't say enough about this game. This is a must-have for people who have the Game Boy Advance system. You know what? I'm not gonna say the price because I don't know what it's going for. It shouldn't be that much if you're going for cart. But if you have a Game Boy Advance or you're an avid collector for that system, this is a must-have for that system. The King of Fighters EX2 Howling Blood. Oh man, I remember when I first got this game and I was amazed of how well it played on the Game Boy Advance. I had the first one as well. The first one was good too, but the sound quality was really bad in the first one, so that kind of that hurts a game when the music is not really flowing. You could barely hear it because you guys know about the Game Boy Advance as the sound chip. It's not that great. But anyways, back to this game. Very well done game. I mean, seriously, you could be a fighting game person and play this game still to this day. I mean, it's that well done. Even though you only use 4 buttons, I still think that's enough for a fighting game at least. Special moves are easy to pull off. There's some exclusive characters to the game, like Mo. As you can see, I did some damage with her. And one of my favorite things, this game actually has a really cool last boss. You know what I mean? Now, we all know about the SNK bosses. They're pretty they're just broken. But I mean, if you know how to get past them, man, they're pretty easy, you know, and they're fun to beat, you know. And this guy Shinobu, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or how you pronounce his name. He's one of those ones that's, well, I'm not even making it look easy. He's tough, but once you get past the gimmick, man, he's pretty easy, I think. But anyways, if you like fighting games and you want a fighting game on the Game Boy Advance, look no further than the King of Fighters. Great game. Even the first one is good too if you can get past the whole sound chip thing with the sound quality. Lots of fun. It just really feels like a full-fledged King of Fighters game. The game also has its own exclusive story mode. So I know a lot of fighting people are not interested in story modes. I am, because it gives you that motivation. You know, what am I fighting for? You know what I mean? You gotta like your character for you to feel their pain. You know, you want them to win. So I think story mode in a fighting game is very important. So this game shows that too, man. All right, so here we have Metal Slug Advance. When you talk about the Metal Slug series, a lot of people don't really bring this game up, but I'm wondering, is it because they don't really know about it? So this game was exclusive to the Game Boy Advance. It's only one player, unfortunately, but that still doesn't take away from the fun. You play as the new recruits. You've been trained. You're ready to start your mission. The veteran Metal Slug characters like Marco and Fio and all those guys, they're in the game, but they only make cameo appearances in this one. This game gives you a life bar, and when you find food, that's how you replenish your health. In the other Metal Slug games, like you would get food, but you only get points for it. But this game, you get life, so that's definitely something you need to keep up if you want to survive in this game. If you get knocked off a pit in this game, though, that will take your whole life away. So make sure not to get knocked back into a pit or anything. So another big note about this game is that it has an auto fire button that you can set up. So make sure you do that, because the Game Boy Advance, though the controls are really good, I mean, I like how the control setup is, it doesn't seem like it would fit to keep tapping on a button to shoot all the time, you know, for a game like this, you know. So I'm pretty sure that's why they put that option in here. So make sure you turn that button on, or turn that option on, excuse me. And so you want to keep constantly tapping the fire button, because I was doing it at first and it was pretty annoying. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about Metal Slug Advance. Did you find out about it because of the video, or did you already know about it? Are you a fan of the game? You know, I just, like I said, I don't hear people talking about it. And it's a fantastic game. Definitely a must-have for the Game Boy Advance. If you have a Game Boy Advance, you need this game in your life. And yeah, that's Metal Slug in a nutshell. So SD Gundam Force is one of the last games. Well, you know, I won't say one of the last games I got for the Game Boy Advance. That's like, this is probably like 20 games ago. But it's one of the more one of the new ones that I just found out about. Like I never knew this game existed. I heard it's based off an anime series. Well, of course, Gundam is based off an anime series, but it's based off of like a cutesy one or a chibi one, whatever people call those things now. The first level starts out as like a shoot 'em up level, or maybe you could call it a run and gun level. I don't know. Lots of fun though, because you could change between three different mobile suits. So one of the suits is good at throwing projectile attacks. That's good for like the scrolling levels. One of the other suits is good at like fast melee attacks. And the third suit, I can't really remember what it's good at. It's like close hand combat with the other suit. But yeah, it felt like it was more a melee thing. But anyways, you can switch these suits out at any time. Really cool. Depending on your situation, if you need a melee fighter, you can just switch out to a melee guy. I remember when I first told Jason about this game, where I actually showed him because we did a pickups video, or no, it was a Game Boy Advance Hidden Gems video, and he looked at this game and said, "I must have it," and he bought it immediately. Sad to say that a lot of people don't know about this game, but it's a pretty cool game that you might want on the system. It's not going to win any awards, but it's going to win your heart for fun factor. Gradius Galaxies, another shoot 'em up for the system that a lot of people I don't think know about. The Gradius series is an old school shoot 'em up series that's been around for years. I I was never really good at the games. They were kind of too slow paced for me, but they actually pick up during gameplay. But I decided to get this one because I felt like it was like kind of like a new start for me. First off, the graphics are really nice looking. I love the background, how the sun is rising in the background as you're scrolling through the level. Gradius is a game that when you get killed, it actually starts you back at a checkpoint. That I don't really like shoot 'em ups that are like that, but I understand why it is like that. You know, this is an old school type shoot 'em up, but it just puts you in a situation when you need to get your upgrades again. You know, you can find yourself in a messed up situation if you're fighting a boss and you don't have all the upgrades you could have had at the beginning of the level because you had to start at a checkpoint and you missed some things. But that just shows you that this is a game that you have to get good at. So, Gradius Galaxies, check it out. Here's Klonoa 2 Dream Champ Tournament. I was happy to get this game because I actually played the first two Klonoa games on the PS1, PS2. Everybody remembers Klonoa 1 for having that sad ending, and I won't deny it's a sad ending, but I actually thought that Klonoa 2 for the PS2 had a sadder ending because Klonoa realized what he was and what his job was. But anyway, I won't go into that because it gets me all sad. But the Game Boy Advance games seem more upbeat when it comes to like what your goal is and the endings and the characters you meet in it. This one right here, it plays pretty much like the older games. You know, nothing has changed. It's just pretty much more of the same, which is pretty much a good thing. You know, you don't really want this game to change too much from what it was. A very excellent platform game. I actually consider this the better of the two on the Game Boy Advance, but definitely both of them were worth getting, but I thought this one would be the one we should talk about. Bobble, Old and New is definitely a game I don't hear people talking about for the Game Boy Advance. It's basically a new Bobble game, well, basically like a fresh coat of paint, I would say, for a Bobble series. And it also comes with the original arcade release for it, but I'll go into a little bit about that later. I kind of think there was a missed opportunity here. Bobble, the new version, could have been something different. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, a revised version of a game is cool, but I think they could have just did a lot more to it. You know, or changed something. I don't know, but they decided to play it safe. You know, and just keep the game simple like the original. And there's nothing wrong with that because that formula is really good. Bobble has always been a fun series for me. I actually prefer Rainbow Islands, but that's just me. I do like the new upbeat music for the new game though. It's not that it's going to make you want to get out and dance, but it's pretty catchy. So what I wanted to say about the original game on the original game on here, I think it's based off the arcade version because I don't really remember the game showing you how many rounds the game has. But anyways, it's Bubble Bobble. Nothing really much to say about it that hasn't already been said millions of times over the years. Definitely a cool game to have in the collection. So there you have it, guys. 9 Game Boy Advance games for you that you probably never heard of, hopefully. And I can do another video like this soon. I actually had fun doing this video. It was more laid back and relaxed. But anyways, guys, leave any questions you have in the comments, and I will see you later.